Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. So today I would like to complete AZ-204 examination preparation tips and tricks. So I will show you. Uh, so during my preparation, what happened? I faced difficulties while material wise, like content wise, like which content I go through. So I go through a lot of YouTube videos and like more of GitHub and content, right? So I find the difficulty to like collect the material actually to crack this exam. So this exam very crucial for that, like who are preparing for making like cloud computing their career, right? So they can easily like what was that? That is very useful examination AJ 204, right? So if you pass and know that all the tip and tricks and you if you have experience, right? So you can easily become an architect of in that field, right? So that is very important examination. So I share you the real examination quiz question and all year of the question, right? So you can start preparing and you can give the examination, right? And you can 100% sure if you go through that material, right? And if you follow that all the content, right? So 100% you can easily crack the exam. So I already cracked this exam. I'll show you first my certificate, right? Then I go through the material and then we can start, right? So if you really like my effort and videos, right? So you can ask in that comment section, right? If you have any doubt, anything, right? To like and subscribe in my channel. And I make a more useful video for you, right? You can easily follow and you can easily crack the exam, right? Within a month, if you're preparing all my content, right? 100% sure you can easily crack the exam. That is a real kind of question, not a dumb kind of question, right? So you can, if you follow, so you can easily like crack the exam. I'll share my screen and show you first. Okay. So first I show you my certificate, right? So I crack AI 900 as well, right? And you can see and you can verify with candidate ID, all this ID, right? So you can see this is my certificate. In second one, I show you for agent, right? So you can see AI Azure 900 certificate. So I have total 7 year of experience. So in MNC, multiple MNC I work for, and I show you like how to pass examination. Right? So one second, I make a website, right? So you can go through this website, right? From start, I show you how you can go with that. So let's say that's it, that dashboard, right? So once, first of all, you need to log in, right? After login, right? So you can go in dashboard, right? And inside dashboard, enrollment course inside that, right? You can choose agent, right? I put multiple certification examination, right? Whatever I crack and I have knowledge, right? So I can add all the quiz examination question, right? You can easily go through that examination and prepare. And I show you how it look like that. So for now, I'm focusing on AZ 204, right? So if you check this content, right, each day I have added the multiple question, right? I show you. I go to right. So you can see if you're preparing for that, na, you can you can like access multiple resources, right? So I add drag and drop type multiple type MCQ question, right? You can see here, right? So you can give like what was that submit, right? If you give correct. answer, so it will showing you correct. If you give incorrect, right? So let's say I choose this, right? So this will tell you like what was that your right, correct or not, right? So you can practice this examination. I have added multiple kind of question I can show you. So you can see there is a drag and drop question, right? So you can add the order, right? So if that is correct, right? So it will show you correct. If you is it is incorrect, so it will show you incorrect, right? So like that I have added. So first of all, I go to the MCQ kind of question, right? Each type of question you can practice here, right? So I add for now 40, 40, 47 this kind of question I added, right? But for if you see, I have added more person, more than 100% I'm planning to add, right? So you can, if you practice single resource, right? If you don't need to go anywhere, right? If you search, so you can easily access the examination and for one place, if you focusing this question, right? Fill in the blanks. Four type of question I have added, right? So if you go to each question, right, so you can see this kind of variety they ask, right? There is four kind of question they ask, right, in that examination. If you see the original question paper, huh? So let's say we start with that question. So I show you like how you tackle this kind of question as well, right? Tricks and also I show you. So first of all, you can see like first question is that which Azure service is used to host RESTful API with the pre-built scaling, right? So let's say what was that? Which Azure service is used to host RESTful API with built-in scaling, right? So what was that? Azure function. Azure function is serverless compute, right? It how you remember this kind of question, right? This is Azure function is serverless like compute, right? It will good for the small app, right? Small app or any features, small thing, right? API import. So, but not primarily for hosting the RESTful API, right? So this is not right, correct. So Azure API Gateway, right? Azure API Gateway, what was that? API Gateway is a hosting for API, not for publishing, securing, monitoring this thing, right? It is a hosting for API service, right? So this is also not a thing, right? And what was that Azure App Service? Right? So what was that Azure App Service? Azure App Service mainly used for fully managing platform for hosting web apps, right? And RESTful API and mobile backend with automatic scaling, right? So this is good choice, right? So this is correct answer C. Let's consider the Azure Logic App also, right? Azure Logic App Workflow Architecture, not for hosting API, right? So best choice is Azure App Service, right? So if you select this and submit, right? So it will giving you correct answer, right? So you can also, if you have doubt anything, right? So you can also search, right, in Google, like that. Okay. So you can see Azure App Service is a primary service used for hosting RESTful API, right? So it will giving the Google also giving the correct result, right? So if you have any doubt, right, you can easily search that question, right? And if you have any doubt of the output or like answer, right? So let's go to the next question, right? So next question is directly based on the your memory, and if you use that, right? So let's say what was the maximum size of the single, right? What was the maximum size of the what was maximum size of a single Azure block, right? Block. So current limit, so 5 TB. Current TB is the like 4.75 TB, right? The current limit, commonly rounded of the 5 TB. So this is not right. So this is 197 TB, right? That is the max appended block page, right? Actually, the block 8 TB. So that is a correct choice. And this 10 GB is too small, right? And 50 TB also big number, not correct, right? So base choice is 1907 TB. So blob like 5 TB is at compute page append. This is correct, right? And you can also search this question in search page, right? Right? Google search, right? So it will give you the maximum size of the Azure is the 110 TB, right? Approximately this is GB, right? Maximum size, the maximum block size is 4 MB, and maximum block per block is this 5,000 blocks, right? So you can calculate like that. Okay? This is based on if you like practice and use it, right? So then you can know that limitation, right? This is your memory based question. Let's go for the next, right? So third question ask, this is very good question, right? This is high chance they ask like that question, right? So which consistent level is Azure Cosmos DB provide for highest availability? Highest availability means, right? So strong means a lowest availability, right? Lowest availability is high consistent, right? So this is not a question, right? Boundness balance, but not highest availability, right? And session is client centric, right? Is good, not highest, right? So eventually has weakest consistency, give the highest availability, right? So they ask highest availabilities in the fourth, right? So eventually is the correct answer. So how you trick remember, right? Eventually means eventually available, right? The more you relax consistency, more you available the system becomes. Right? So this is correct, right? Let's go for the next question. So the this question is what is the default timeout for the Azure function on the Cosmos plan? Right? So if you have a default timeout for like if you not take any like plan, so what was the cons consumption plan for that, right? So default uh, uh is 5 minutes, right? So yeah, correct. So this is Max, you remember which Azure service provides serverless event-driven compute? Right? So event-driven compute means which Azure service provides serverless event-driven compute, right? So first showing Azure App Service is basically a platform as a service, right? PaaS, not server like serverless, right? So this is not a correct question, right? And second one is Azure function, right? Azure function is the QTS serverless event trigger compute service, right? So that is correct one, but we can consider this also Azure Kubernetes services. Azure Kubernetes Services, AKS, used for container like orchestration and not serverless by default, right? So Azure batches. This is Azure based mainly used for the large scale, right? Batches processing, not event driven, right? So correct choice is the Azure function. So let's go for the sixth question. What was the purpose of Azure application inside? Right. So what was the purpose of the Azure application inside? Azure application inside is basically used for monitoring purpose, right? Monitoring purpose and telemetry logs, metrics, alert for your app messaging, right? This kind of thing for be using, right? So what was the correct in the B is correct, right? When we can database management basically used for the SQL and Cosmos kind of thing, right? And network security is not because Azure Firewall, NSG, this kind of thing happen here, right? And storage optimization or Azure storage optimization, why we use for the Azure storage features, right? So you can see inside means inside your performance, right? Inside मतलब performance and monitoring, right? So this is a trick. How you remember for performance or insight, you can choose this, right? So next question would be which HTTP status code indicate a resource was successfully created, right? So for if you know status code, right? After the creating thing, right? So you will better understand, right? So 2000 basically used for journal success, not for specific creation, right? So if you have like API give 2000 means it will success, not for creation, right? So this is most of people confused in these two, right? So based is choice is 201. This is standard HTTP response after the creating successful response, right? If there is no container, then it will give it 204, right? And 301 means move permanently, redirection, right? So base choice is 2. And next question is what type of trigger does Azure Queue storage use for Azure function, right? So trigger means what type of trigger does you use for Azure queue storage using for Azure function, right? Queue storage. So you can base trick is if you any there is queue storage. Queue means queue trigger also, right? So the trick is if you find any queue trigger, this is correct, right? First, I need to we need to understand like for HTTP use na for arrest in the point, right? Arrest in the point, you can use HTTP, right? For timer run, right? A run for a schedule. Let's say if you trigger, uh, like if you make any function that will trigger 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. something, right? So in that purpose, you can use this, right? Timer trigger. And blob trigger, what was that? Blob trigger respond to blob creation, modification, anything, right? So you can use. Right? So queue trigger is the best option in that. Right? So queue that is for queue trigger for directly read the message from the Azure storage queue. Right? So this is used for the queue. Right? So let's say we go next question. Which Azure service used for implementing content delivery network CDN, right? So this is a straightforward question, right? You can easily see Azure CDN, right? So this is a content delivery network, same command, right? So you can easily choose this, but you need to understand Azure Front Door, right? Azure Front Door, why we use Azure Front Door provide the global load balancing and acceleration, but not for pure CDN, right? And Azure Traffic Manager, what was that? Azure Traffic Manager is DNS-based traffic routing, right? If you have any if you define any traffic route in DNS service, so manager, right? So you can manage with this traffic manager, right? Azure Load Balancer. This is for regional layer for load balancing. Let's say, right? A regional layer, right? For not for the content delivery, right? So best answer is first. So what was the Partian strategy to recommend Azure customers to be, right? So Partian means uh, let's say low credential key, right? Partition. What was the partition key strategy recommended for Azure customers, right? So low credential means leads to few partition, potential hotspots, right? Right. So low credential key, right? And for random GUI, right, work but naturally high credential key user ID is equally good, right? So and for sequential integration can create hotspots because new write go in the same partition, right? So this is not a correct, right? So based is high cadential. High cadential key means high distribution, right? High distribution like request evenly across the many logical portion portion, right? Avoiding hot partition, right? So this is correct. Means distributing requests evenly across many logical partition, right? So this is the strategy we recommend for Azure like Cosmos, right? And logically avoiding hot partition, right? For avoiding hot partition. You can also search if you have doubt anything, so you can search. 3, 4 pillar, you can see the high coordinate, select the properly large even stick value of millions of so cosmic step basically and query efficiency even distribution. Right? So it will use for even distribution, right? Evenly. So if you submit this, right, this is correct. Right? So you can see we have lot of examination question, right? So you can practice like this. So for now, we have complete 10. For next part, we like go for 10 questions. So next question, right? So next part, please subscribe, right? And also hit bell icon so you can get notification of next video. So I cover like we cover 10 question, right? For next 10 question, we have to cover in the next video, right? So this is like all about thing, right? You can easily access. There is a lot of question I have added for your practicing, right? So all like label kind of question, right? Drag and drop all these things, right? This is for this is for practice question. You can open this link now, so you can see the question, right? Full access examination for this is for latest question, right? 2026. So 60% I have added, right? So what was that, right? This is a real question, monetary integration of this thing, right? So this all topic I have added. So you can also like use for that. So you are deploying Azure App Service web, that you need to ensure zero downtime during the deployment. So this is a real kind of question, right? Highly chance they ask, right? And this is also for question, but this seems to be right. I have this if you check all the question, so you get like knowledge, right? So this is for like final exam kind of thing, right? If you practice this, right, so surely you can get the real time of question, right? So let's say we in deployment for TechWay manager, we use it for deployment slot or deployment slot, right? So this is correct, right? Like that explanation you can also see in that question, next question, right? And if you have anything, right? So what was that? HTTP trigger time trigger, right? So this is correct time trigger. This right. If you have wrong, so it will give you the explanation as well, right? So you can practice this. So I have added all the question right in that. So you can practice. Right? Best of luck. And please, in the comment section, put your query or all these things, right? So I'm happy to help you. And I make like each part I have add explanation with question, right? So if you know detail about that explanation question, right? Like tricks, all these things I have add my tricks also, like preparation strategy as well, right? So you can see my video. Otherwise, you can practice directly. Go to my app, like website, and you can choose your like examination, and you can practice, right? So more question I have added in the next time slot, right? In the next video, I have added more question and show you the next part, right? So thank you for watching my video. And please do like and subscribe. So guys, I get motivation, I make kind of question. So and this is for the any like professional or fresher, right? All person can easily access and check. Right? Okay, thank you for watching my video.